I really wasn't looking forward to making this video, but in light of the FTC's COPPA regulations and the upcoming changes to YouTube, it might be helpful to clarify where I stand with continuing to maintain my channel. Before I continue, I want to ensure that you, the viewer, know that I am not a professional lawyer or an attorney. I cannot provide any legal advice for how you should proceed if you are another content creator on YouTube. All I can do is share my perspective on where things stand with regards to how and when I choose to make my content. If you do want more information on COPPA, I'll link a few videos in the description to folks that I think have done an admirable job covering the subject. If you are in the US and want to offer your input for COPPA, then I will also provide another link in the description that will take you to regulations.gov. There you can comment on the implementation of COPPA. If you do decide to offer feedback, I suggest doing research on how to structure your comment for the FTC. Some of the videos linked in the description may also provide some tips and guides for how you should focus your commentary for the FTC. So here's a somewhat lengthy overview of what's going on with COPPA. The aim of the Children's Online Privacy Protection Act, or COPPA, is to prohibit unfair or deceptive acts or practices in connection with the collection, use, and/or disclosure of personal information from and about children on the internet. So how does this apply to YouTube's upcoming changes? According to the FTC, COPPA requires child-directed websites and online services to provide notice of their information practices and obtain parental consent prior to collecting personal info from children under 13, including the use of persistent identifiers to track a user's internet browsing habits for targeted advertising. In a complaint filed this year against YouTube and Google, the FTC and New York Attorney General alleged that YouTube violated COPPA by collecting information via persistent identifiers such as cookies from the viewers of child-directed channels without first notifying and obtaining consent from parents. The complaint also mentioned that YouTube told one advertising company that it did not have users younger than 13 on its platform, and thus YouTube channels did not need to comply with COPPA. Google and subsidiary YouTube settled the matter by agreeing to pay a total of $170 million. Furthermore, Google and YouTube were required to develop, implement, and maintain a system that permits channel owners to specify if their content is child-directed. Google and YouTube are prohibited from violating COPPA and are required to provide notice about their data collection practices and obtain verifiable parental consent before collecting personal info from children. So almost all the information I just spouted out right now comes directly from a press release from the FTC regarding the complaint against YouTube and Google. The FTC did clarify some guidelines for YouTube channel owners in determining what is child-directed and what is not on November 22nd, but it's not a magic one-fits-all answer for what we can use to determine if we are indeed in the made-for-kids or not made-for-kids categories. Furthermore, there are still several gray areas preventing many content owners from accurately determining if their content is considered child-directed. While YouTube does not provide an option to directly state that content is made for general audiences and thus not necessarily just for kids, the FTC did seem to make some exception for content meant for more general audiences. So now the question is, what does this mean for my channel? Truth be told, I'm not really sure at this time. Personally, I do not monetize my content, so losing my channel and videos won't hurt my financial well-being. I could shrug it off and simply walk away. Let's playing for me has been a therapeutic hobby, and for the most part I've enjoyed the freedom with which I could pursue that hobby, making content that I would be happy to watch. As for how I see the age appropriateness of my content, I don't plan to create content that's suitable for and specifically marketable towards children. The vast majority of my channel videos right now cover Mass Effect 1 and Mass Effect 2, and those are mature-rated games, and my commentary is more often than not unsuitable for children. I do bring up mature subject matter when it comes to the games I play, whether it comes up whenever I go through certain portions of the game, whether it's to have deeper discussions on storytelling or just to crack jokes. Even where it's not present in games that I play, I have one video at FTL, Faster Than Light. I'm reacting to jokes from my audience about penis-shaped warships. So I can't say that creating children's content has ever really been a true goal of mine. That being said, it's up to the FTC to decide if they agree with my assessment, and ultimately, I cannot control who decides to watch my videos. I have thought about adding a mature warning that YouTube, you can specify that setting for videos and have it so that it tells you have to sign in order to view this content, but people could always just create accounts and lie about their age, so I don't think that'd be very effective in trying to gate whoever, keep those minors off my channel. And as far as I can know, when looking at my analytics, the people who watch my videos are all I think it's in basically young adults, mid-adults. I think was it 25 to 34? Was that the category? Because I think that was pretty much everyone was in that category, and I didn't see anyone else in other categories. Hopefully that's accurate and that hasn't because of what I just mentioned, people creating accounts and lying about age, because that would be unfortunate for me. But ultimately, I'm more concerned about being fined for my content. If they shut down my channel and my videos get deleted, I can live with that. It's gonna suck. I'm gonna be upset, but it's better than dealing with fines. And depending on how the FTC is proficient at accurately judging what is child-directed or not, the heightened possibility of US federal intervention for my channel could haunt my content uploads. I could decide to stop uploading content just for my own safety. For now, I'm going to continue making and uploading videos, because I'm going to assume that, at least based on what I've said on my own self-assessment, I feel that I'm not marketing towards children. If it does look like I'm in a red zone, however, I may end up deciding to do a 180 and just close my channel and cover my ass that way. At this point, we'll have to see what happens. The uncertainty does worry me, and I'm not happy with what I feel is insufficient explanation on how to proceed forward. YouTube's asking folks to consult a lawyer if they're in doubt over what is kid-friendly. I mean, how many folks out there can afford a lawyer? Y'all must be fucking rich. In any case, I'm just going to proceed doing what I usually do, keep uploading videos, making content, and hopefully people can see that I don't create child-directed content. For other folks that do make child-directed content, I feel sorry for them. They're gonna get hit hard. They could lose a lot of revenue that they depend greatly on YouTube-related income if they monetize their content. And hopefully the FTC will give this greater consideration as we get closer to January, because I really don't feel they've given us content creators enough peace of mind how to move forward. YouTube's platform has also hurt plenty of content creators in the past, and I pretty much just chose to ignore that, keep making content, push forward, and make Let's Plays that I was happy watching. But I feel like my content creation may be at a major turning point. All I can say is that hopefully the FTC will see where I'm coming from as to who my content is meant for, and that I'll be able to continue Let's Playing on my own terms. Otherwise, if everything does go south, then unfortunately it might be time to just jump ship and find something else that's fun to do. That's pretty much where we're at, folks. And until a better solution presents itself, this is the only plan I have moving forward. So until next time, this is GreatTreeJam, signing out.